Hello and welcome back to Drive Logic, and more importantly, welcome to the 2018 BMW 330e. Now the E, for those of you who do not know, stands for electric because this is the hybrid version of BMW's infamous 3 Series. Now this current generation, which is codenamed the F30, has been with us for over 7 years now. Now during that space of time, we have seen two hybrid variations of the car. Back in 2012, BMW released the ActiveHybrid 3, which basically was a 335i with an electric motor. Now this combination made the car incredibly fast. It literally made it a baby M3, but it also gave it the economic ability of a 320d. Now in 2015, BMW decided to discontinue that car and replace it with this. Now in doing so, they did replace the 3-litre petrol unit with this 2-litre petrol unit. Now while the Americans may not approve, the Europeans have absolutely loved the idea. In 2016 alone, BMW managed to sell over 8,600 examples of this car. And it's clear to see why, because in my opinion, I believe this to be the best 3 Series that's currently on the market. Now allow me to explain why I believe that to be the case. Number one is the options. Now the standard 3 Series is reasonably well equipped. As standard you get options like satellite navigation, Bluetooth hands-free, and these gorgeous LED headlights. However, BMW rather generously have decided to bestow the 330e owners with a smattering number of options, chief among which is this fantastic 8-speed automatic gearbox. Now being fortunate enough to have driven a few cars that have been equipped with this transmission, I can fully vouch for any automotive YouTuber or any car journalist who has praised this gearbox. The gear changes themselves are smooth, the response from the steering wheel mounted pedals are fantastic. As far as gearboxes go, it really is up with the likes of the Porsche PDK, and for gearboxes, praise doesn't come much higher than that. Now this car also comes as standard with a highly sophisticated and intelligent energy management system, but we will discuss this later on. Besides this, the key itself also houses a unique feature. The fourth button, which is stamped by a little diamond logo, can be programmed to control the air conditioning system, so that it will precondition the car 30 minutes before you step in. So in the summer you can have a cool car, and in the winter you can have a warm car. Finally, we have the extended lighting package, which equips the car with the all-important ambient lighting. It also illuminates the door handles. It also has a unique blue lighting option that is bespoke to the eDrive models. So pressing the unlock button, it will trigger a soft blue ambient light that beckons you in. Now these features may not seem significant, but trust me, they are all designed to rekindle the joy of driving. Point number two is exclusivity. Now, I know at the beginning of this video I was praising the 330e sales figures, but you have to bear in mind that alongside the 330e there have been millions of other 3 Series that have also been sold alongside it. Now, with this being the case, BMW have decided to gift the 330e with a few subtle cues to help distinguish it amongst your normal 3 Series. First of all, we have the iconic BMW kidney grills. Now, the slats on the 330e are actually blue. Now, this helps to distinguish it amongst the normal 3 Series when the two cars are parked next to each other. Second of all, you have the blue wheel hubs. Now on each wheel, the BMW logo is surrounded by a blue halo, which is subtle but effective, and it is actually quite noticeable if you actually pay attention to it. And finally, we have a personal favourite of mine. If you look at the door sill, you are presented with the eDrive logo that is surrounded by a blue background. Now this acts as a constant reminder that you are driving something unique. You didn't decide to go for a 320d, no, you decided to go for a 330e, and you should be rewarded for it. Now me, being the millennial that I am, I find true value in these authentic features. Point number three is the drivetrain. Now the 330e, as you may have been able to guess by now, is powered by two motors. One is a 2-litre 4-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine that produces 184 brake horsepower and 219 newton meters of torque. This engine is then paired with an electric motor that kicks out a rather punchy 68 brake horsepower and 130 newton meters of torque. In total, we have 252 brake horsepower and 420 newton meters of torque, which is a healthy serving for a car of these dimensions. Now, like I previously mentioned, this car comes equipped with an intelligent energy management system. Now, what this basically does is it coordinates the relationship between the petrol engine and the electric motor. You have 3 eDrive modes to choose from. In auto eDrive mode, the car will determine the best use of both motors depending on its environment. Now this system has 2 trains of thought. If the battery is between 12 and 100%, you can drive on pure electricity. If the battery is below 12%, the petrol engine will automatically kick in. In max eDrive mode, the car will offer you the maximum level of performance from the electric motors. In this mode you will be able to drive up to 120 kilometers an hour on pure electricity. Save battery mode is used when the battery is low. In this mode the petrol engine is used to charge the batteries. The energy is then stored in the battery so it can be used later on. Now there's a secret mode to the 330e. If you put a car in sport mode, which you can do quite easily by the flick of a button, the petrol engine and the electric motor will work together, offering the maximum level of performance. Now this neatly brings me on to my fourth point, which is performance. Now, as I have previously mentioned, the 330e makes 252 brake horsepower and 420 Nm of torque. Now this means that despite the fact that the car weighs 1,735 kilograms, which is 160 kilograms heavier than a standard 3 Series, the car will reach 100 kilometers an hour in 6.1 seconds and will then go on to a top speed of 225 kilometers an hour. For my fifth and final point, we have value for money. Now here in Ireland, the 330e starts at €50,110, which seems like quite a lot. However, when you factor in the SEAI grant, SEAI being the Sustainable Energy Authority of Ireland, and the VRT relief, VRT being the Vehicle Registration Tax, that price plummets to €42,610. Suddenly this car seems more appealing, and when you bear in mind that an automatic 316D of similar spec costs $43,824, that appeal continues to grow. Now, outside of initial cost, you will also save money on yearly savings. With a hybrid system that this car is equipped with, the tax falls within band A1, meaning it is €170 a year. Now, the electric motor also means that you will save money on commutes into town, where diesels and petrols operate at their least efficiency. The final point is the fact that this car offers a lot of performance for the price. I can't really think of many other cars that offer the same level of performance for €40,000. That brings us to the end of our video. I'd like to extend a massive thanks to Frankine BMW for allowing me to film their car. They actually have a YouTube channel of their own. To check it out, simply type Frankine BMW on YouTube. If you want a closer look at the car I was reviewing today, just pay a visit to their website at Frankine BMW Naas Road. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.